Well, guys, it finally happened. Kevin McCarthy is no longer the Speaker of the U.S. House of Representatives. Matt Gaetz made good on his promise to oust Kevin McCarthy. He brought up a motion to vacate the seat, and then everybody started voting. And of course, he is out of there now. I believe it was all Democrats. They were united. They were united on ousting Kevin McCarthy. I believe it was 8 Republicans that actually voted to oust McCarthy. And now there's no speaker. As of right now, the House really can't do anything. They can't do anything until they elect a new speaker. Now, technically, it still could be Kevin McCarthy. I don't know how this is going to happen. I really don't know how this is going to happen. I don't want to see him. I was never a fan of him. Now, Donald Trump was a fan of him. Donald Trump wanted Kevin McCarthy to be the speaker back in January. He was putting out posts on Truth Social, telling the Republicans that were holding out from voting for him to go ahead and do it. They didn't want to do it. And I agree with those Republicans, those conservatives. I agree with them. Because at the end of the day, man, Kevin McCarthy seemed to have been delivering for Democrats and not Republicans. He caved on the debt ceiling when he didn't have to. He delivered for Joe Biden. I was like, man, this man got to go. And then we find out that Kevin McCarthy, when it came to the government shutdown, as you guys know, they passed that 45-day resolution, temporary stopgap, no money for Ukraine. But apparently, Kevin McCarthy was actually negotiating with Democrats and not Republicans. Because apparently he was telling them, hey, Ukraine's going to get their money. Just wait. Matt Gaetz said, what? What? You were actually negotiating with Democrats and not Republicans? We got to get you up on out of there. Yeah. Weak Republicans should not be in leadership. You know, Kevin McCarthy is a snake. He is. Remember after January 6th, I believe he was actually on the phone with Liz Cheney. There's actually a recording of this where he was going to tell Donald Trump to resign. The man was not supporting Trump, but he needed Trump's support to become the speaker. I don't trust this guy. I don't. I love President Trump. He's getting my vote. But President Trump doesn't make the best decisions all the time when it comes to the people he surrounds himself with. Kevin McCarthy must go. Now, who's going to be the next speaker? Don't know. Don't know who any front runners are actually going to be. I like Byron Donald. There's some other people I like too, Matt Gaetz, but I don't think Matt Gaetz is actually going to win. I mean, they're actually trying to throw Matt Gaetz out of Congress there's some kind of crazy allegations out there. I don't know nothing about it. It's just really crazy. But I believe since he's actually standing up against the establishment, they want to get him out of there. But as of right now, Kevin McCarthy, he's out of there. Over here on the Post Millennial, Kevin McCarthy removed as House Speaker. And the vote count was, yes, 216 to 210. All of the Democrats opposed him. You know, the Democrats that he's negotiating with, they didn't support him when he needed their support to survive. You see? Why are you actually negotiating with Democrats? They could not come out and support you. And there's probably a political reason why. Because if the names of these Republicans, not Republicans, but Democrats that actually voted for Kevin McCarthy, they probably would actually be committing political suicide at that point. They would actually have to go to their constituents and say, hey, this is why I voted for Kevin McCarthy. We know that the left does not like Kevin McCarthy. These people are not your friends. They're not going to support you, so why bend the knee to them? I just don't get it, man, with these so-called moderate Republicans. Democrats still hate your guts. One thing that the Democrats are unified on is that they hate Republicans. When will the Republican Party actually realize this. The Democrats hate your guts if you have an R in front of your name. It's just that simple. I mean, the Democrats were really, really unified when it came to impeaching Donald Trump. There was no inquiry. Right now, there's an inquiry with the Republicans. I guess that's kind of off the board now until a new speaker is actually elected. There was no inquiry. They just impeached Donald Trump twice. No evidence. Made up stuff. They were unified on getting the Republican. The Republicans are not unified on stopping the Democrats. They're not unified on stopping Joe Biden and his destruction. It should have been easy. But they're not unified, man. It's pretty sad, man, that Kevin McCarthy, who pretty much stands for nothing really, this man was elected speaker. Now, Matt Gaetz did not vote for him. I believe he voted president after they had negotiated on all the rules and conditions and stuff like that. And Kevin McCarthy still stabbed him in the back. Yeah. I know that some Republican supporters, this is going to be kind of divisive. Some Republicans wanted Kevin McCarthy. Actually, you know what? The overwhelming majority of Republicans still wanted Kevin McCarthy. But me, I was saying, well, I'm not a Republican for one thing. I am a conservative. There's a difference. The Republican Party stands for nothing really. They don't have anything that will unify them. You even had Republicans in the Senate and in the House that backstabbed Donald Trump twice on impeachments. You will not see any of these Democrats actually vote for the impeachment of Joe Biden, even though he is super corrupt. You will not see Democrats do that because they're going to stick by their guy. They are. No matter what differences they have, and we know that there's different fractions of the Democrats. But when it comes to hating Republicans, they're unified. Republicans need to realize that the socialist Democrats don't like you. Why even negotiate with them? Why bend the knee, Kevin McCarthy? Why? And even if the government actually shut down this past week, guess what? The polls, probably for the first time in decades, they were saying that if the government did shut down, it wasn't going to be the fault of the Republicans. 38% said it would be the fault of the Democrats and Joe Biden. 33% said Republicans. I believe 22% said both. Why bend the knee, man? This is what bothers me about these so-called moderate Republicans. They might as well just be Democrats. You know, because these guys will bend the knee. And I believe that California Republicans, I'm kind of iffy on them. I like Larry Elder a lot. I believe in him. But a lot of these California Republicans, man, are pretty weak. Kevin McCarthy, weak. Really weak. But we'll have to see what's going to happen when they're actually going to be electing a new Speaker of the House. We'll have to see. And by the way, I don't know if you guys saw this clip here. This is this tells you a lot right here, where they actually bang the gavel, saying that it's over. Check this out.
On this vote, the yeas are 216, the nays are 210. The resolution is adopted. Without objection, the motion to reconsider is laid on the table. The office of Speaker of the House of the United States House of Representatives is hereby declared vacant.
Wow. That says a lot right there. That definitely does say a lot, ladies and gentlemen. No speaker right now. We'll keep you guys updated on what's going to happen next. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and White Network fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you next time.